Coffee Break with me. Woo! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you today? Summer is around the corner and that means that graduations are around the corner. And I thought that I would put together this video with Skindinavia to show you guys an easy makeup look that's going to make sure or ensure or guarantee that your face is going to look awesome the entire procession, after party, everything that you have going on your big day, without looking like a hot mess by the end of it. So I haven't learned as much as I have being on YouTube as I did at any other point in my life when it came to makeup and beauty products. And I look back at my pictures from my graduations and I wish I knew about YouTube. I wish that YouTube was around back then, let's be honest, because I'm not your average YouTuber's age. So I really wish YouTube was around that day so I would learn about finishing sprays or setting sprays. I didn't know these majestic beings existed. So this video is basically a tutorial and an explanation of my favorite setting spray, and that is the Skindinavia makeup finishing spray, but the bridal version. A funny story before we get started. I mean, aren't all epiphanies born at the nightclub? No? Just the founder of Skindinavia. So the founder of Skindinavia used to go to the Miami nightclubs a lot. No, I'm just kidding. And he noticed that women's makeup started to look like it was melting off their face. And if you live in Florida, I mean, makeup melts off your face anyway. Now imagine in a hot, sweaty, crowded nightclub. So he was like, I need to figure something out because this isn't working for me. So he came out with his whole line of setting sprays and they're pretty awesome. A lot of makeup setting sprays claim to last a long time or to ensure that your makeup is going to last, but the Skindinavia setting sprays are actually proven through temperature control technology so that once your body heat starts to rise or change, it's going to kick into gear and ensure that it locks your makeup into place. I mean, look at my face right now. I kind of wish I did have a graduation to go to or be a part of. So even if you don't have a wedding to go to, even if you are not the one getting married, even if you're not the one graduating, if you are a person that tends to suffer from broken down makeup, cracking makeup, or your makeup simply doesn't last, this is a really awesome product that you could use every day for your makeup routine. I mean, anytime you apply your foundation, whatever your routine is, apply the setting spray on top and you have a guarantee of at least 16 hours of wear. Like, beautiful wear. I don't mean like it's gonna help stay on your face. I mean, it's going to make your makeup look the same, like amazing. I didn't want to believe it, you guys. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put a little pss on my face and it's gonna make it last. It really does, it's crazy. And a couple of days ago, I posted a picture on my Instagram of my collection of facial sprays. And I mean, from hydrating to makeup setting to, you know, refreshing sprays. Most of you said, do a review. But the sprays that I have, I mean, they're not really all makeup setting sprays. The ones that I really love are from the line Skindinavia. I feel like it's the only one that if I don't want to think about it, if I don't know how long I need my makeup to last, if I want a guarantee, I'm gonna go for this guy. And although Skindinavia does have fabulous setting sprays, I think one of my favorite new discoveries was their primer spray. I was like, wait, a primer spray? So you spray this on your face and it works as a primer, so I don't have to use the primers that I normally use. And with those type of primers, they are silicone type primers, the ones that I like to fill in my pores. And for some people, they do clog their pores or they do make makeup application a little bit more tricky. So it makes a slippery surface so your foundation doesn't stick on quite as well. Because this is a fluid, you spray it on and you do the signature T and the X, you let it dry and your foundation clings to it really well. Because this is a video in collaboration with a fabulous Skindinavia, I'm gonna leave a link down below with an awesome promo for you guys to try in case you've been curious. I know a lot of you have told me like, I wanna know what your favorite setting spray is, and I just happen to have this fabulous opportunity to work with Skindinavia, which is my favorite setting spray, so it just all worked out. I'm gonna have to use my promo to get a backup of my favorite setting spray. In case you're wondering, it's not an affiliate link, it's just a way for you guys to save money if you wanted to try out some products from Skindinavia, so I'll leave that link in the description box below. But if you wanna see how I got this very simple, neutral, but pretty graduation makeup look, then please keep watching. All right, It's time to graduate. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Skindinavia primer spray. And it's really important when you're using a priming spray or a makeup setting spray or any type of spray in your routine that you do a really good pattern or formation with it so that you cover the entire part of your face. So you give it a really good shake, and then you can do an X or a T or both, depending on the conditions of your skin. So, I mean, you can kind of figure out where you get oily or sweaty, or if you just want to cover the entire situation, then you would do both formations. So you do the X and the T. So I'm going to do the T first. Do you guys hear that? Like, it allows you to kind of really get it going all over your face. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a combination of a illuminator and a foundation. I think that when you're having such a momentous occasion like a graduation, you really want to just emphasize how happy and relieved you are to be in this position. So adding a little bit of illumination to your skin will always really help. But because you don't know what type of situation you're going to be, if it's going to be outdoors, if it's going to be a really long ceremony, I know some college ceremonies are super long. You want to start off with a matte or even demi-matte foundation so that as the hours progress, you don't go from dewy to oily, you go from matte to a little bit dewy. You know what I'm saying? You're getting a step ahead of your foundation. So take a little bit of your favorite matte foundation and you're going to mix it with a little bit of a skin illuminator. And all of these products will be listed in the description box below in case you guys are curious. And so just give it a really good mix on the back of your hand and then dot it all over your face. Guys can tell. Well, let me show you. You guys see how smooth my skin looks, and I'm not using a silicone type primer. This is just a primer spray. Now let's move on to concealer, and although we want to capture the essence of our youth and our face at that moment of graduation, we still want to illuminate the skin and cover up any dark circles, especially if you're having an important graduation like say college. You know you're going to need help with those panda eyes. So take a salmon colored concealer like this one. I like to do a combination of both because my skin is so light. And you're just going to carefully place that right in the darkest part of your panda eyes. Just right in this area, a tiny little spot. And then you're going to go in with an illuminating concealer like this one from Maybelline. And this is one of those like clicky type pens. And you can see the product coming out right there. And that's just going to be used to do a little bit of illumination. Nothing crazy. We're not going to do the Kim Kardashian face, but we still want to bring a lot of light into our face. Especially if we're going to be taking pictures. We want the center of our face to look really light to give us that like bright and awake and youthful glow. Step is to set everything with a powder, translucent powder. Someone that really likes memories and you like to take a lot of pictures, it might be a good idea to add a little bit of bronzer to give your face a little bit of shape. Even though we want to capture that youthful essence and sometimes contouring can age us a little bit, you just still want to be able to define certain areas of your face or camouflage certain areas of your face to give your face a little bit more shape or dimension. So you don't want to go overboard, but you still want to define or highlight or hide certain areas of your face. It's always been this area of my face and then my cheeks. I have so much cheekage, so much cheek area that I want to kind of suck it in a little bit. I'm going to be applying a really light pink dusty rose to the apples of my cheeks. highlight, and I already did it on this side, and you can see just a really light glow that it gives you. You don't want anything sparkly, you just want something that's going to give you a glow. So avoid any highlighters with glitter. I'm going to do my brows, but I don't want to bore you with that long routine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an updated brow routine using my new brow pencil, and I'll put it up next week. Got my crazy brows. So what I did is I took a matte cream crayon, a long wearing cream crayon, to highlight underneath my brow bone, but I'm also going to take that as an eyelid primer. So usually I use another brand of eyelid primer. Same thing, a matte cream color, but I'm going to use this one instead to kind of kill two birds with one stone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush and a very basic neutral eye palette like this one, and I'm going to take a matte vanilla shade, and that's going to be our brow bone highlight and our all over eyelid color. It's going to help us blend out all the colors that we decide to use on our eyelid. Because this is such a special occasion, you don't want to use anything that's going to date you. I'm going to just brush off any excess of that base color that we used. Now I'm going to mix these two shades right here to create a neutral transition shade, nothing too intense. And take a smaller shader brush and dip it into a matte chocolate brown. Then go back with a big blending brush and that same mixture of light and medium browns. Then take a clean blending brush into the vanilla shade, and you're going to clean up your eyeshadow look. If you ever go overboard or overblend, just take an eyelid color, like a cream color or a highlight color, as long as it's matte, and kind of erase what you've done. Then take a sparkly gold, rose gold, even pearl color like this one, and I'm going to apply that on my eyelid with a synthetic brush. You could use your finger, but you don't want it to be too intense. And if you apply it with your finger, it will build up a lot thicker, so it'll be a lot more metallic. Then take that kind of toffee medium brown, and you're going to apply that to the lower lash line, followed by the dark chocolate with a small pencil brush like this one, and that's going to go at the base of your lashes. Then take your highlighter and you're going to apply that to the inner corner, kind of brighten up things. Apply a couple of decent coats of your favorite mascara. If you are a crier, you might want to use waterproof. I'm not a big crier when it comes to things like graduations. I was almost like relieved, like, oh, thank God I don't have to ever come back here ever again. Anyone else feel like that? Maybe just me. But I never want to relive high school again, and college was just, for me, it felt like something I just needed to get through so that I could get started with my life. If you're not a false lash wearer, don't pretend to be on your graduation day because it will be very obvious. You can just do a really thick layers or coats of a volumizing and lengthening mascara or your favorite mascara cocktail, but don't pretend to be a false lash wearer on an occasion that's this important. I'm going to apply falsies because I don't have the best lashes, but you do not have to. Now let's move on to lips. And with lips, you want to use a color that's going to wear off gracefully on you in case you don't have time to reapply or you don't have pockets or a purse. When I graduated, I didn't have anything. I couldn't hold anything. I didn't have any kinds of pockets. So maybe it's a good idea to wear something underneath with pockets. But I'm going to use Frida, and this is a really light peachy pink color that if I smile too much, it's just going to wear away nicely. If I were to wear like a bold red red or a maroon or a wine color or even a hot pink. It's gonna look cute and fun, but it's going to wear away and you're gonna need to be able to reapply it. Not to mention, if it gets on your teeth, this will be a lot easier to disguise or laugh off than like a really big red or pink mark. I always like to use my powder brush to kind of prime my lips so that my lip liner and lipstick have something to cling to. So just line your lips completely and then fill them in with lipstick. So that is my lip color without any gloss over it. If you want it to look a little bit more fun or draw a little bit more attention to your lips, apply a really neutral glossy base, but something that's going to be comfortable. I'm going to use this one right here, and I'm just going to apply a little bit to the center of my mouth. And it would be a shame to go through all this trouble to look fantastic in pictures. By the time you're done graduating, your face is half melted off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply the Skindinavia Bridal Spray. This is a finishing makeup spray that you use in conjunction with the primer. And literally, you guys, this setting spray is so good that 90% of the people that buy it aren't even getting married. So there's a reason why all the makeup artists have this in their kit. Same thing, you could do the T, the X, or both. You want to make sure you're about 8 inches from the face and just apply it, and your makeup will last and look the same exact way for 16 hours. Isn't that crazy? So close your eyes and take in the magic. And that is the completed look. What do you guys think? Am I ready to graduate again for like the 6th time? Like it? Super easy, right? I think this is like my first full face makeup tutorial, or one of the few that I have on this channel, but I really wanted to emphasize certain points in this video. Remember that your skin, you want it to last all day. You want your foundation to last all day, and you also want your face to look radiant and luminous. So mix in an illuminator for your foundation to ensure that your face is going to look bright, healthy, and awake. Another thing you have to remember is not to date your makeup look. I made that mistake in all of my graduations. I dated my makeup look, and what that means is don't use something that is super trendy, because that's going to stick with you in those photos forever. And you know with social media now that there is no way you're gonna be able to hide or get rid of that evidence. And there are some trends that are cool, like lashes. That's kind of a timeless look. Beautiful lashes, glossy lip, highlighter on the cheekbone. All of those are like timeless looks. What I'm saying is don't date your makeup look by doing like a really dark smoky eye or a really heavy grunge black eyeliner look. Turquoise eyeshadow. I may know someone personally that did that at one graduation. I'm gonna try and find the pictures for you guys. Anything that's like really trendy, that's going to come, you know, when someone looks at that picture, they're gonna say, oh, she graduated in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to date that picture. Another tip that I have for you guys is don't use a really bright lip color, like a red or hot pink, anything that is really intense and needs reapplying, because during your graduation, you're not gonna have time to go to the bathroom or to have in your possession that lip product to reapply whatever is on your lips. So do something that is neutral, light, graceful, so that if you're nervous and you eat it off, or you don't have time to reapply or carry it around in your pocket, it's still going to wear away gracefully. And my last makeup tip is going to be to make sure that you use a product that you can rely on. A setting spray that you know, that you've tried, that is not going to let you down. If a product guarantees to make your makeup look great for 16 hours, I expect it to make my makeup look great for 16 hours. And this is one of the few products that I can say actually does that. And of course, that is my last makeup tip, but my last tip altogether for this video is to remember that moment. You've reached it, You've gotten here, you've gotten this far, and this is just another door opening for your future of success and happiness. So congratulations if you are a graduate this year, and if you're not and you're just watching, congratulations for being a part of my panda family. And we can just pretend to graduate with all the other graduates. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I will leave a link with the promotion in the description box below in case you guys have been curious to try Skindinavia. There's a reason why it's like the #1 bestseller for brides, you guys. There's a reason. So I'm gonna leave that link in the description box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, if you found this video useful, entertaining, or learned something